Mr. Real Talk, your go-to YouTube channel for brotherhood, sisterhood, and an attempt at righteousness. Good to see everybody out there. Hope all is well with the family. There's lots of unrest all over America. It seems like in all 50 states, okay? And this thing started off primarily in New Jersey. New Jersey has been completely overrun and overpopulated with so-called drones. And you know what one of the funny part about this thing is? Now, everything in the sky is a drone. UFOs don't exist anymore. UAP'S don't exist anymore. Nobody wants to talk about it, but everybody's talking about it. I'm telling you, either way that this plays out, regardless of who is responsible for these so-called drones, I know that some of these things up there are drones. This is true. But not everything up there is a drone, you guys. You got to understand how these heathens move. They want to keep you asleep literally until the very last day of earth, if it's possible. They want to keep people thinking that nobody's coming to this earth, nothing's coming to this earth, literally, until Yahweh himself pops back up on this earth. The powers that be will have you ignorant. They will have you thinking that everything is okay. No thing or no one is ever going to come to this earth. And many people believe that. Many people have a hard time believing that a lot of these things roaming around in the skies are not drones. Many people have a hard time accepting that. And you know why? Because if they have to accept that, how are they going to sleep at night? How are they going to go to work tomorrow? How are they going to go into the plantation tomorrow knowing that the world that we live in now is being heavily and openly watched? See, many of you guys out there don't understand. We are not alone. Many people who have been deemed crazy, many people who've been called, oh, you're a conspiracy nut, you're a conspiracy theorist. Many of those so-called people are now proving they knew what they was talking about. For the last 5 to 7 years, I've watched many of these so-called conspiracy theory people, many of these so-called people who people would say are crazy, even myself. There's some people out there who look at me and say, oh yeah, he one of them crazy niggas. Conspiracy theory, conspiracy nut. He's crazy. He always thinking some old crazy shit. Well, guess what? Some crazy shit's always going down, ain't it? It ain't my fault that the Most High has given me the ability to see some things. And the Most High has made me spiritually sensitive, just like he made some of you spiritually sensitive. I don't need nobody to confirm to me. I know all these things up in the skies are not drones. Now, I don't have all the answers and clear-cut answers as to what all these things are, because there are multiple different things up here in these skies, y'all. Hey, you guys, there ain't no one size fits all. There are all kind of stuff going on up in the heavens. And that's why they're just telling you, hey, it's all drones. Nothing to see here. Nothing but another drone. Last night, I was out running around town, running errands. You guys, because here's the funny thing. Friday night, I actually went out and took to the streets. I was actively looking for UFOs, UAPs, and so-called drones. But it was so much cloud filled out in the sky Friday night, there was nothing visible, okay? But last night, I'm out running errands, right? Running around handling business. Something said, turn around. I turned around and looked, and back at me, I just about missed it. But I turned around and I caught the end of what you guys would call a so-called drone. This thing was, it was not an airplane. It wasn't a helicopter. And I can tell by the way it was flying. And I caught the tail end of it. It was like going down. It was going down behind these buildings like where I was looking at. And I'm looking at it from the back. I saw 4 lights. It was like in a square form. I saw 2 lights up top, 2 lights down bottom as it was flying. I'm looking at that jump. I'm like, yo, what the hell? Like a square, but not connected. Just 2 lights here, 2 lights here, and some kind of like thing on the outside. It was kind of hard to describe. As soon as I saw it, I'm like, oh, snap. I tried to go and hurry up and get my phone. Remember, I told you this thing was in back of me. So as I turned around, I looked. I'm blown away by what I see. Soon as I saw it, even though I was blown away, I'm like, yo, where's my phone? And as I'm getting my phone, as soon as I got my phone to start pressing record, that jump was just going down over the building. So I couldn't get it, y'all. But I did see it. And that ain't the first time I saw things. Things are not what they seem. This world is not what they told us, you guys. UFOs don't exist no more. UAP'S don't exist no more. I guess it's all drones, huh? I can't remember the name of this white lady, this so-called white lady, because there's no such thing as a black person or a white person. Those are all made-up names given to you by Esau. Somebody out there might know this white lady's name or this so-called white lady's name. If you guys know who I'm talking about, I think her name is Gina. I think her name is Gina. If you guys know what I'm talking about, go down in the comment section and let me know if I'm correct when I say I think her name is Gina. But if that's not her name, you guys tell me her name. I know somebody out there knows who I'm talking about. It's an older white lady. She got a YouTube channel. She constantly makes videos about otherworldly things, supernatural activity, angels, demons, aliens, life forces not of this world, supernatural things that people don't like to deal with. This white lady constantly, that's what her YouTube channel was based on. And I think her name is Gina. She has some pretty interesting videos about these so-called UFOs, right? These so-called drones that they're calling drones. And she be having a lot of footage too. Pictures, videos, and footage to back up her claims. She's not just some white lady talking. She showed pictures that she took with her iPhone. You guys know when you got an iPhone, you take certain pictures. Pictures with an iPhone, you can go and hit certain spots on there and it'll give you all the information. Like, you know this is not a hoax. If you got an iPhone or you know anything about iPhones, the information that comes up about the pictures that you're taking, you guys know what I'm talking about. This lady showed pictures on her YouTube channel of things that she took that was in the sky. These things are so-called other life forms, all right? And what she's claiming, I'm not saying this is true. I'm saying this is what this lady Gina's claiming. She's saying she took a picture of this thing, and this thing was like some kind of foggy, misty thing, right? Had different colors in there, yellow, red. Gina is claiming that these things are a life force and that these things can manipulate themselves into looking like planes, manipulate themselves into looking like drones, whatever. This is what she's claiming, right? Now, at this point, myself personally, I believe we this late in the game. Sound confirmation. I believe we this late in the game. I can't say what that thing is or what it's not. I can't say that there's not another life form out there that can't manipulate its form into look like an airplane or a drone. Or when it wants to, you see it in its true form look like a fog or a cloud or a mist. Who am I to say that there's no such life form out there like that? You guys, the Most High God created various kinds of life, you guys. He created various kind of planets and universes and galaxies. Who am I to think or say for sure there's not a life form out there that can't do those kind of things? I don't know if it's true or not. Maybe it is. I'm telling you, I'm seeing things happen every day on this earth that are very questionable. And it's making me question the very fabric of existence. The only thing that I don't question is the Most High God and that he is God alone by himself. And whatever these things are, the Most High God got control of them. He sent them, whether they're good or evil. This world is not what it seems. And New Jersey has had the pleasure of being completely filled and overrun with these, so-called drones. And also, New Jersey is the most populated state in the United States of America. So if there were aliens, or if there were angels, if there were fallen ones, whatever, if it was ever any entity that's not from planet Earth and they want to be able to observe a lot of humans in America, going to New Jersey sounds like the right thing to do. And whether these things are man-made, whether these things are not of this world, Wherever these things are made from, whoever sent these things, one thing that everybody on earth should be aware of: America and every other country out there, planet Earth is being watched. And you're being watched openly. Whoever is responsible for these so-called drones, and even those things out there that are not drones. There's so many reports out there, eyewitness accounts busting out the seams from people who are seeing things up close and telling you it wasn't a drone that they saw, it wasn't an airplane that they saw. Things that people can't recognize, and they're all over the U.S. skies. I believe it was yesterday they said an airport in New York had to get shut down. Heard that sound confirmation? They said an airport in New York yesterday had to get shut down because of the so-called drones. Now, what's up with that? They were impeding progress from the airport. But the government telling you there's nothing to worry about. They're not a threat. We don't know what they are or who sent them, but they're not a threat. If you don't know who sent them, where they come from, or where they go back to, how in the hell would you know if they're a threat or not? You don't even know who they belong to. You guys had better brace yourselves. Get close to the Most High God now while you still have a chance. Tav X, Hebrews, purity and becoming one.